in a general sense, but in terms of speed running, there are some notable differences that you will see here.
That's right. It looks like we're starting right here. And one thing you'll see first is that Rox is going to be going for the mix here. In Kirby Adventure, you would go for Tornado, but here we're going to be going for Wheel. Oh no, he missed. Wow, that was early.
He got fire.
So,
fire instead of wheels. That's unfortunate. So
it's quite a ways off of Wheel. But what this means is that MMO is going to have a huge lead. And Rox is actually pretty unfamiliar with powerless movement. So I think MMO is going to have a really healthy lead until the two routes converge in 1-4.
Yeah, he's about 4 or 5 seconds ahead early. So it was an unfortunate mishap for Rox, but not a fatal one. And if he keeps moving crisply, he should be able to catch up probably by the end of the stage. We'll see. We'll see how we'll see how the Poppy fight goes. Okay, got double.
You get the 2 Poppies, you double star the Poppy Bros. Or excuse me, you get the 2 Brontoberts to double star the Poppy Bros, and it kills them in 1 hit.
Which is not what would happen in Kirby's Adventure. He would actually need 3 hits. Or
really?
A double and a single. So that's another subtle difference between the two. But Rox is closing in. His movement's been pretty on point so far, and he's only about 2, maybe 3 seconds behind at this point.
And at the end of 1-3 is when you would switch from wheel to burning. So I think this is... Oh, as you can already see, Rox's movement gets hit by the cow boot, but already is overall faster.
Yeah. So burning is an ability you see a lot of in Nightmare and Dreamland, whereas in Kirby's Adventure, this game is essentially a tornado sim. But
burning and wheel are 2 abilities you're going to be seeing a lot in this game.
Yeah. So MMO lost burning, got it back, loses it again. He's just going to carry on. He's not going to backtrack too much. He's just going to keep pushing, which, you know, someone not as familiar with all the strats might find, you know, this better to carry on instead of, you know, looking back. And got Sparks, so he'll have
that. So I noticed MMO is that he's at 1 health. So let's see if he goes for the Pep Brew here. Oh, he takes a death to the Mushroom Man,
which was intentional, I'm sure, but
it probably was. So one thing he can do is that his Wispy fight will actually be faster if he uses an ability like Needle or Spark. It looks like he's going to opt for Spark, because either of those abilities will kill Wispy Woods faster than Burning. However, it overall loses time after 2-1.
Right.
Oh, it looks like he doesn't even go for Spark. Oh, okay. He might backtrack into 1-3 to get Burning again. I'm not entirely sure.
Or go for the sword in the item in the museum, but...
oh, he's going straight for Wispy.
Going for those powerless strats. So about a 336 finish for Rox out of Vegetable Valley and into Ice Cream Island.
So it takes 6 apples to kill Wispy Woods. Okay, gets another 6 buffs there. So that's a pretty decent luck he got from that. So the Tornado Joe, or whatever, doesn't do his thing at the beginning of 2-1, meaning that Rox can get through that stage fairly easily.
4:13 exit for MMO, so 37 seconds after 1 world, but...
yeah, and he's gonna lose a little more time from not having Burning here.
Yeah. And
so now we're gonna see the other double star in this game, just like the 1-2 setup.
Yeah,
this time he's gonna use his Burning Star to combine with his Hot Head right here. He might go for, he goes for the 2-jump setup, which is the more difficult setup. However, executes it nicely, and now we have Wheel for the first time. During wheel, you are entirely invincible, except unless if you are turning around. That is when you are vulnerable with wheel. It doesn't do a lot of damage and isn't quite as versatile, I guess, as burning, but in some places it's overall faster.
So we got a 1-stage gap at this point between the runners, going to 2-3, which will have the first Meta Knight encounter.
So this might look a little different because he might. Okay, no, we're gonna see a pretty regular strat here. Ooh, he didn't execute the damage boost correctly, so he got hit by that Mushroom Man too, meaning he had to get hit twice. However, we see Rox going for the pretty fast strat for the 2-3 arena, powerless. Overall, that was a very good 2-3 arena from Rox.
Yeah, his timing, grabbing the enemies off stage and doing quick turnarounds was very nice. And
absolutely. We're going to see MMO enter the arena soon, where he's probably going to be doing a much easier strat. that has a lot more leeway than the one Rox was doing. You may notice that they lose wheel in 2-3, which is fine because it's not too important to keep wheel, unless if you want to actually keep wheel through the arena, which is like a super tough strat that I wouldn't even recommend that Rox should go for. Currently, because he still only has a 39.
And the levels that follow it, 2-4.
Yeah, you have to fight TikTok using wheel, which is very
and
which is very tough.
And the opening room too. The opening 2 rooms really do not lend themselves to easy platforming with wheel. There's a lot of uneven terrain.
Yeah,
so
I have to imagine, because unlike Amazing Mirror, the other game released on the GBA, you had to unwheel in order to jump.
Right. MMO's done with 2-3, and Rox is in 2-5. Should be getting wheel back for this.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing wheel here once again, but we won't be seeing it for too long, because later we'll be seeing him go for high jump, which is going to be faster due to some vertical sections. The boss paint roller, he gets what is very tight and not really controllable. We call it this. Oh no, he gets hit by the crash bomber.
So, he's gonna lose a few seconds there.
Yeah, that was a little shaky from Rox.
Yeah, it's like it was just a little off there, but it's all right. So he's done with 2-5, and we'll go on to Paint Roller. MMO's just about finished with 2-4, so it's about a stage and a quarter right now. So all things being equal, it's not as significant a gap as you'd think based on their PB differentials, which is about 17 minutes.
Yeah, but I think that if we are going to see a big difference coming in, it's going to happen in the later worlds where the game begins to get much more difficult. So Rox had a fairly mediocre paint roller. He wasn't able to kill him before he finished painting the object. However, he does back it up nicely.
So 8:42 finish for Rox as we go into butter building. And as you say, with like the gap starting to widen, this is where it's going to start. Especially with a lot of those vertical strats and some of these mini bosses they're going to encounter.
Optimizing your high jump movement is pretty important. High jump is probably my favorite ability in this game because it's really fun to try and just take it as far as you can.
So MMO is just about finished with 2-5. Rox didn't quite time that.
Gets final bossed by the door.
Quite timed that exit correctly, so lost a couple seconds there.
Alright, we need to talk about 3-2. Oh my goodness, that one tile gap. So, what's gonna happen in this stage is that it's the first gatekeeper of the run, because at the end of the stage you meet Bugsy, which is oh no, MMO loses his high jump against Paint Roller. So he can hope for a better ability coming from him, possibly. Like, ball. Wheel isn't too good, so I'd probably spit that out.
Yeah, crash.
Oh my goodness, Rox is doing Bugsy with high jump. What is going on? Oh! This isn't looking good for Rox. So MMO is using Spark against Paint Roller, which is definitely what I would probably go for.
Rox is continuing to do it his way, and does finally take him out.
Yeah, but that was not too good for him.
10-20 exit for MMO, so about 98 seconds right now as he enters.
Oh no, he loses Spark.
That's unfortunate. It really could have come in handy with TikTok. So he'll have to do this powerless.
That's really unfortunate. Looks like he'll be able to kill him in the next cycle. Ooh, Rock's getting hit in the tower room.
3-3 is one of the shortest stages in the game. So
yeah, absolutely.
Might actually be the shortest. I'm not sure, but
5-1 might be shorter. I'm not entirely sure.
Maybe. If not for the vertical drop, it would be, I think. So now we're into 3-4 in the second arena fight with Meta Knight's minions. This is the shortest of the arena fights.
But it's actually one of the most difficult to do because he's using pure high jump, which is a very difficult. Ooh, he has 1 health in here. Well, but there is a tomato right in this room here that he's definitely gonna go for.
Yeah.
Ooh, gets a 5 on the gold game. Nice.
That's 2 in butter building. He hasn't quite got, because ideally you want to aim 7 every time. He's had a 4 and a 5 World 3.
Alright, you see MMO grabbing sword, which is a much more standard 3-2 strat. And what that's gonna allow him, he's gonna go for this tomato here. That's pretty nice.
Gonna fight Bugsy now.
Gets forward throw.
Gets pile drive there. But
overall, he was able to take him out fairly quickly after that, which was... What is Rox doing?
Not really sure. That was not...
Oh no, and he gets hit by the Crash Bomber trying to take him out before he explodes, which is fairly tight.
Yeah, luckily there isn't nearly as much lag in this version as there is in the NES version, so you can kind of make do, actually.
Yeah, absolutely.
3-3 underway now for MMO. About 3 stages behind, give or take.
Ooh!
Rox is having a little trouble with his action.
Oh no, and then he puffs his ability.
Oh, and he gets frozen again for good measure.
Oh my goodness, what is happening?
Luckily, there's high jump at the end of this. If you want,
yeah, he's definitely gonna grab it because it makes the final room much faster. He has to go through this dark room first, taking another hit. But I don't think he's gonna get any backup health. There's a pep brew or a tomato you can go for, but doesn't look like he's gonna go for either of them. He's just gonna move on straight to Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright. Now you can either wait or guess either of the 2 bosses. It's 50% chance. Oh, and he guessed wrong. Got him. Ooh, and he gets a weak hit off of Moon, so he had to use another high jump to take him out. So, MMO doing 3-4 the powerless way, which is fairly consistent to go for. And what I think he's going to do is that after this stage, he's going to go to the museum to pick up high jump again. It's very nice how that's placed there. It makes World 3 a lot easier for beginners that way.
Yeah. So 14-13 finish for Rox out of Butter Building. Now we're in Yogurt Yard.
It looks like he's going for the high jump strat here. This strat here isn't too difficult, but after this, he's going to do He's gonna go for the 4-1 wheel mix, which is a very difficult strat. And he gets it!
Nice. Makes up for the unfortunate hiccup in 1-1.
Oh, it looks like MMO didn't pick up high jump and instead he used sword against Bonkers.
You know, almost got.
But it looks like he took him out fairly quickly. He did get hit, however.
Yeah, 4-2.
Now Rox is gonna try and keep wheel throughout this level to save as much time as possible. However, the movement here is very difficult, and if you get hit once, it's slow to get wheel back. It's just slower to go for it again.
Yeah.
Than to just continue on.
And the platforming doesn't really lend itself to a lot of forgiveness, particularly in the early stages. Okay.
One thing I should have mentioned with wheel is that you aren't entirely invincible because you can get hit by spikes unlike an Amazing Mirror, where you are 100% invincible.
Right. And if
he takes out the double pop use using Spark and is done with 4-2.
If you do get hit by spikes, I believe that is the end of your ability altogether. If the star hits the spikes, it's done. It goes poof. So we come to my favorite stage of the game, 4-3.
Ooh, Rock's going for the middle path, which is actually a fairly new optimization that I think I'm actually going to learn one of these days.
Yeah, if you can get the platforming down, it makes sense that it would be a viable strat because...
Yeah, absolutely. It was actually discovered a long time ago, but it wasn't... people didn't start going for it until very recently.
Yeah.
Like, literally a few days ago, people started implementing it. So it's crazy to see how, like, this game has been, like... It's been active for the past year, and it just won't stop changing.
Well... Which is a testament to the game's overall design. If there are multiple valid ways of approaching a game, that only deepens its richness as far as that goes.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing that you'll see a lot about this game is that usually it will give you an ability like to suit the stage, and a lot of the time it's the fastest option to go through the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, maybe you'll pick up Spark to kill a mini-boss, you'll pick up High Jump to go through a segment, you can pick up Wheel right here, for example. The game just throws it right at you for the segment. And like I was saying with Spark, you're gonna pick up Spark right here to kill Fan.
Mm-hmm.
Big change from Adventure, by the way, because this fight wasn't Fan, it was actually Rolling Turtle.
Right. But the same...
Rox got he actually got grabbed by Fan, but wasn't actually hit, because Fan died at the same time. So Rox was actually very close to taking a death there.
And tie goes to the gamer this time. Nice. It was 17 flat, incidentally, for MMO, so about just a little under 3 minutes behind going into World 4. So he's making decent time at this point.
4-5 is a very difficult level. You don't want to have 1 health going into it. So, is he going to go for Tomato? No, he's not. He's going to go straight through the arena and the rest of the level with 1 health. He may take a death because of this.
He might, and if he...
I'm not too worried about the arena, but the rooms after it are very difficult.
Yeah.
Wow, Rock's doing the left side strat.
lot of falling enemies. Really, that's the main thing with 4-5.
Yeah, the falling Poppy Bros. Oh no, MMO loses Spark, so he has to not die of the poppies with 1 health. Wow, that was really really tough to get through.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, and he doesn't get Spark again and just enters. Can he double star this? No.
Ooh, right.
He could have taken them both out if they were nice enough, and he gets another chance. Ooh, he gets a double star. It doesn't look like it kills them, but it'll leave him with just 1 hit left, which is very nice.
And one and then the other. Nice.
Oh, 1 health for TikTok. He might get the slide. He doesn't get the slide, so that's good.
Good fight.
There's a lot
there.
of places rocks could just mess up and take a death. It's just not a safe world.
Yeah, and yeah, he does actually skip the
There's so many places that can go wrong.
Yeah, he also skipped the 4-6.
Yo, look at this! MMO's going for middle.
Yeah, I was say.
But he's taking a few hits because of it. Looks
Yeah,
like he'll opt to go to bottom. Oh no!
Right.
So Rox, I think he was going for high jump in this stage because it's faster to get it here, and then instead of getting it on Krakow, but he takes a death going for the door. It looked like he was wanting to go for that pep brew to get some health. But instead he's gonna have 6 health for Krakow, but he took a death because of it. And so that's rather unfortunate.
We mistimed his jump there, trying to avoid Krakow. And,
yeah, this can be very tough to time sometimes. Spawning Krakow on the right? What is this? Ooh, takes a hit before the very last high jump cancel. So he does have to regain his ability to get it and kill Krakow.
Ooh,
MMO taking a death in 4-4.
Oh, it's
rough.
2104 for Rocks out of World 4. MMO is down to his last life, so be a little careful here.
Rox loses high jump, but that's fine because oh, he goes for the ball mix. This strat actually doesn't save time, which is funny, but I guess he kind of just wants to.
Ball might.
What is going on?
Ball didn't save him there.
Oh my gosh, he almost died.
Having a little trouble here. There's a one-up waiting for MMO, I think, at a minute here.
Oh no, he gets grabbed by Fan.
No, it's 4-5. So MMO, but done with 4-4 here. Rocks and 5-2, a mix of underwater and ground.
Let's see if Rox goes for Potts Ball.
Okay, MMO actually took a stop and save and quit to restock on lives.
Yeah, you just do it by pressing A, B, start select. It's a soft reset. Oh wow, he didn't bounce off that bomb block. I've never actually seen that before.
I think mistimed his jump there. That's what happened. Like overshot just a little bit.
Oh, okay.
There goes Bonkers. Still holding on to
takes out
ball.
Bonkers really quickly, but then loses ball at the end.
Got high jump coming in 5-3.
Yeah, so in 4 or 5, it actually doesn't lose too much time to use powerless in the arena rather than throw. Now, this here is kind of like the variety level of World 5. You see both high jump and wheel, the fastest vertical movement option and the fastest horizontal movement option.
Yeah, and I think burning can even play a factor. Ooh,
burning isn't used until 5-4.
Oh, that's right. MMO is done with 4-5.
5-4 also has a lot of variety because you see them switch to burning. They use powerless for the arena, and then they use ball after that.
Right. Trying to go for the.
Oh no! He takes a death at the end of the spike maze.
That's unfortunate. Ooh, MMO taking a death in 4-6
Okay, I'm not entirely sure why Rox went for the health, but okay.
I think it was more to just say, okay, I didn't get it the first time. I'm getting it this time, though. So...
as you see, we're just going to start off with burning. There's a lot of optimizations you can do here. It's just that one. That one's pretty tight. He's going to go for the triple burn here. That's pretty tight. Like, it's actually way harder than it looks. Now he's gonna do the arena. This strat here for the arena is actually really cool.
Yeah, because those axe-wielding enemies, I forget their name all of a sudden, but they can actually block you. If you spit something at them, if their axe is swinging down, it can block you, which is pretty weird. So it's a little bit of timing involved.
Rox is doing the infamous ball swag strat to get past that room, which is it's very unsafe, but it saves just under a second. However, if you miss it, you die.
Well, so MMO is finally at
So
Krakow.
yeah, it's kind of gained a reputation for it.
We're all about those reps.
Rox is gonna go for the ooh. He misses the little ball optimization that Chooch came up with called. He went right through that one tile gap and took a death. Ooh, that's really unfortunate because now he can't use ball to kill. Now he can't use fire. He can't use ball to kill Fireland, so he's gonna have to come up with some other backup. He might actually go for a mix to try and get it back.
MMO is taking care of Krakow. Gonna be about 5+ minutes behind. 26-19, so yeah, just over 5 minutes. So the gap is.
Oh no, he just got sword. But killing Fireline with sword isn't too bad. Ooh, using those backwards hits. Oh no,
Ooh.
MMO takes a death in 5-1.
Point blank range. Fortunate. But he's got an extra life coming to him. Bottom round, which is nice.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. And he gets stone here, which is overall faster for this room.
Yeah.
Ooh, goes through those blocks, but
Yeah.
he then goes into the very last room. Now here we're gonna grab wheel in 5-6. There's some really cool movement options you have here with these platforms. So he's gonna go straight through that. I've never seen that wheel jump before. But it looks like MMO is entering 5-2 once again. Rox had entered it with ball, but there is a ball at the end of this first room.
Nice wheel movement to close out 5-6 by Rox. So pretty good.
Now what we're gonna do here is an ability mix for Hammer. It's the first ability, so you can just do it while holding down. Okay, I guess we're not going for Hammer.
Tornado. Okay, and
He's going for Ball. Because Ball is a much faster strat. This is what happened last race, and it's one of the reasons why he ended up having a very slow time. He's very inconsistent at this mix, but he just wants to go for it, I guess. Alright, he finally opts to just go for Hammer because he missed it too many times, losing quite a bit of time.
Yeah, he lost about 15-20 seconds doing that. Not ideal. Luckily for him, he's at the, maybe subconsciously figures, well, I know I'm in the lead here, so I can afford to work on this bit. So he's done with the yogurt yard. It's gonna be about a 28-40 or so. Now we're on Orange Ocean.
Orange Ocean is one of the least consistent... No, it's one of the most difficult worlds in the game.
Yeah.
World 7 is the least consistent world in the game, but World 6 is by far the most difficult.
Yeah.
And Rox is going to go for some very difficult strats, including the 6-3 wheel mix, which it's usually standard to use Tornado in that area after 6-2, but Rox, I don't think, knows how to do Tornado at this point, so he's just going to use a wheel.
Yeah. Yeah, Tornado actually gets plenty of mileage in World 6 after largely...
Yeah, and the other thing about Tornado is that it makes certain places like the Bonkers fight and the UFO room in 6-6 far more consistent.
Yeah.
Which is why I still go for it.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Oh, Rox fixed up high jump here, I guess, because he got hit, so that's cool, I guess.
MMO's trying to get
But
burning.
he's gonna grab burning here instead of tornado, because it's a little bit faster to get through these rooms coming up to the wheel mix.
MMO had a little trouble getting burning, and he takes a death on the
Ooh, and he
slides.
takes, and Rox loses his ability.
Okay, I was gonna try this again.
Looks like he's having a much easier time going through this room. He's got a 1-up there, so no worries to game over.
Yeah.
Alright, now, these burnings here, he's gonna grab the healths just so he doesn't die. But he's gonna mix for wheel. Gets it first try.
Yeah, that's good.
And now we have Bonkers, who basically decides how much time you save. Oh, and that's not gonna be a lot, because Bonkers went in the corner. And as I said, if you're turning around using wheel, you are completely vulnerable. Meaning that it's far slower to kill him, or you just get hit.
Oh, MMO took care of the arena, no problem in 5-4. No ball.
Oh, he doesn't get ball, which actually is not used in the beginner tutorial as well. And not using ball is fine. However, it will make this final room a little bit more difficult.
Yeah,
not necessarily difficult, but slower, because he's going to be bouncing off all these enemies, which is a pretty safe way to go about it.
Yeah, you just flush right.
He's going to likely use fire against Fire Lion. He's likely going to fight fire against fire, which is a very easy strat to go for.
Yeah, and unlike Pokemon, this will not have. There'll be no. This is not very effective. It'll work just fine.
Yeah, it works pretty much the same way.
So, which now that you think about it, now I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense.
Alright, so now Rox is gonna go up this tight nut shack, and he's gonna just follow the specific path to get past all those nuts without getting hit. Fairly easy to get past. And then that's one of the places where wheel saves a lot of time, just going right through the horizontal run.
Yeah.
Oh no. Rox Gold's 6-4, and we gotta hear that because of it.
Wow. He's got splits for individual levels. Wow.
I know, it's terrible.
To each their own. But we got about a 1 world difference now.
This is the
between
biggest
runners.
time save from wheel here.
Yeah.
That will be used.
It's almost exactly 1 world difference now.
And this is where wheel becomes a lot harder and a lot less consistent. This room coming up right here, this room with these UFOs who can pretty much go in whichever direction they want, shoot lasers at you. Looks like Rox gets ooh.
Oh,
As I said, that room is very inconsistent.
he was willing to die for that that wheel, and
He died
so
to keep wheel.
Yeah.
Oh no, and he kills the very last UFO, so he has nothing to double star this Frosty out of. So he has to pray that both of them will give him a rice. And that's exactly what happened, which is very good for him. So he has very minimal time loss from that.
So MMO died, I think, in 5-6.
Now Rox is entering by far the
Oh.
most difficult arena in the game.
Okay.
It's on ice, your inputs get eaten all the time, and he has 1 health left. So, I noticed that the spear guy had jumped down, which is what he definitely didn't want, and I think he was confused on on how to back it up.
MMO is trying to go for I think the hammer
And
ability.
it happened again.
Didn't get it. So, and Rox is taking a lot of damage here.
Oh, he expected that guy to spawn, but that guy doesn't spawn until you kill the axe guy on the right.
So MMO's just gonna gets hammer.
Ooh, it looks like he's having a little bit of a rough time against Heavy Mole.
Yeah.
Without hammer, that fight, the Heavy Mole is incredibly slow.
Yeah.
Like, it takes minutes powerless.
Yeah.
Ooh, he was able to shoot his star at him and kill him fairly quickly. Oh! Ooh, Rock's almost game overing on Meta Knight. 0 lives, 1 health. I think we're gonna see a soft reset from him.
Yeah. So 35 flat for MMO, and Rox finished with Orange Ocean at 35.06.
Yeah, so Rox is nearly an entire world ahead.
Yeah.
Despite all these deaths he's been taking, all of like these time wastes on mixes, he's still maintaining a very nice lead over MMO.
Yeah, it's about
Ooh, MMO gets destroyed by the hothead. And it looks like he's gonna go through this room powerless. We might see another death from him, because this room is very tricky. These fish like to bounce out. The frogs can do pretty much whatever they want and can just hit you without much time to react. Oh no! Rock's missing the ball mix, which is actually a beginner strat that most runners will do.
Rox takes a death at the end of 7-1.
Yeah, because so that way he can go for the mix again. It was intentional.
Yeah, so ball, hopefully,
Hopefully,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
but he has
like,
6 health for 7-2, which is very nice.
So
And now 7-2 is a very inconsistent level. Because, ooh, he gets a bad jump from Bonkers and takes a hit because he was at the peak of his jump. Gets hit again by Bonkers. This isn't looking very good for him. However, finishes him off very quickly.
he got a nice double.
Oh no!
Fan
He was
Fan.
at the peak of his jump and wasn't Oh no! He gets hit by Fan Fan again!
Fan is not having any of this.
Oh no! He's gonna die! But he takes out Fan Fan. He has 1 health for Bugsy and Fireland. And they can do whatever they want.
Can and will. MMO's gonna get.
Wow! That was an excellent backup from. Oh no!
Oh,
He executed a backup because Bugsy had backed up and charged, meaning he wasn't gonna bonk off the wall, which is the usual setup. Oh, Rox has no lives for this, but he went for that double star and got it, which is very good.
he should be okay.
He did pay the price for it though, and again, where did his star go?
I think because he got hit. I don't know.
It must have not been in his mouth fully, so the enemy just popped in midair when he got hit.
Rox is kind of pressing a bit here with Bugsy.
Yeah, the boss Bugsy and Fan Fan generally have to do 2 regular attacks before they can give you an ability to shoot out.
He's gonna take backdrop mostly just to have a quick hit on Fire Lion to start.
Oh no, he's using backdrop.
That's
How do you use backdrop?
I don't know.
Wait, that actually does quite a bit of damage. Holy crap.
I think it's just normal. I think it's still 3 hits either way, but okay, there we go. Ooh, okay, so not quite, but he should be okay.
Alright, he's gonna give him another jump so he can take out.
Alright, well, it gets burning.
He opts to grab a couple of 1-ups here. Very good decision by Rox. Finishing 7-2 with 1 life, 1 health.
And he'll get a free health refill out of this as well, but that was
that Fan Fan though in 7-2 was so rough to him.
Yeah. Luckily, the worst of it is largely over as far as Rainbow Resorts are. And 7-3 to 7-6 have their moments. 7-2 is the grinder.
7-3 is probably the easiest level in World 7. It's a good breather after 7-2 into Okay, I was a little worried he was gonna get hit by one of those Bronto birds, but it doesn't look like he does.
No,
MMO getting some health in 6-4, which is good.
Get his last.
And then 7-4 and 7-5 are 2 very difficult levels. 7-5 in particular has the infamous wind tunnel, which has taken a lot of runs. And it's especially a really hard strat for newer runners.
Yeah, having done it in just the NES version, because I've done some speedruns of that from time to time, yeah, regardless of what version it is, that is a very unpleasant
Yeah, because some of the enemies can just jump randomly at you, which is what makes that room kind of difficult.
Yeah. So, MMO's kind of ignored him a bit, but he's had a pretty steady World 6.
So Rox might go for least consistent mix in the game right here in this room. He goes for the easy setup. Oh, but gets Mike. I think he was trying to go for Wheel, even though Wheel doesn't even save time. Oh no, and then MMO takes a death at the very end of 6-5.
Yeah.
Gets hit by the hothead. Sparky doesn't give Rox the super slide pattern, which has taken a few runs from us as well. It's just completely random whether it happens, even though it's fairly rare.
Oh, he's just about done with 7-4. The ending to this level is actually one of the major differences between the NES and Game Boy Advance version. The way 7-4 ends, quite different.
Do you use UFO in Kirby Adventure?
No.
Oh, okay.
There is a category for it, but no.
Right. You have any percent UFO. Is the room just different?
Yeah, it's a.
Oh yeah, that makes sense because there's like a few differences, such as there's a room in 3-2 at the very end that isn't an adventure at all.
Right.
And Nightmare in Dreamland also doesn't have the. They replaced the spinning tower rooms with the fog rooms, which I think is the worst change in this game. Oh no, MMO takes a death to the.
Frosties, yeah.
Oh my goodness, that dodge! That was insane!
Wow.
Usually, you have to, like, try and, like, pray that guy doesn't hit you. Because if he hits you, you have no ground to hit, so it's automatic death.
MMO had to take an extra cycle.
So, Rox manages to keep Wheel out of 7-5.
I was say MMO had to take an extra cycle against the Frosties, who's going for a kill and didn't quite get it. And had to wait a cycle. So see.
Alright, but he at least has 6 health for 6-6, which is a very tough level.
Yeah.
Or for the arena.
Yeah.
And I've definitely had my fair share of deaths in here.
Oh yeah.
Rock's taking a couple hits in 7-6 already.
Which. This should be familiar to those of you who watched the recently completed Kirby's Dream Land tournament.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's about So MMO is finally at.
Yeah, because here's Float Islands, and now here we have Bubbly Cloud. He wheels on top of that one floating cloud there, which is a little more difficult than it looks. MMO takes out Meta Knight. He has 2 lives, so it looks like he's soft reset before entering the stage. Oh, the star. For a second, I was a little worried he wasn't going to inhale that, but by doing this, he mixes Ball, which is the fastest kill option for DDD. However, DDD, of course, is very luck-based. It's very dependent on what he does. He could just get an insta-dive, and his setup is completely thrown off. Or he could suck, like he does right now. Oh, but then dives afterwards. But Rox was still able to take out a fair share of health. How did he not get hit?
Yeah, that's 43-39 for Rox, so he's looking at about a 45.
Ooh, MMO often needs Spark in the 7-1 block room, which is a little of a slower strat.
Yeah.
It's actually a much older strat. It used to be used in runs 3 years ago, back when Cobral had the world record. His 3850 still actually uses Spark in 7-1, which is... Oh! So, really interesting idea here from MMO is that... What in the world? For a second, I thought he was going to use Spark against the Gilded Orb. Dang it. Yeah, it's a split just for Orb. But looks like MMO wasn't sure what to do at the end of that room because he didn't have Ball.
Right.
So it looks like he's just going to try 7-2 with Sword, and we'll see how that goes. While Rox is on Nightmare. Kind of an easy fight. However, it really, in runs, it all comes down to nerves, how well you do there.
Yeah. Surprised you didn't go for the hammer after he took out Bonkers, but he's gonna fight Fan.
A lot of people actually don't know, but using throw in 7-2 is actually really fast.
So just about done here for MMO. Excuse me, and for Rocks.
And that's time right there. 45-22. Wait, what happened?
So MMO getting mauled there by Fireline, finishes him off.
Oh, it looks like MMO didn't take too long to get through 7-2, which is nice. Grabs a couple 1-ups for safety. There is the tomato at the end of the stage here, so that's good. And now it looks like we're gonna try to get Rocks in the call right here.
Yeah. So arena's done for.
I am
all right.
angry.
Now we have Rocks entering the call. So how are you doing today?
Oh my god, that was the worst run I've done in a very long time.
Uh-huh.
I was not feeling it today at all. I got IRL'd multiple times in that race.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah,
oh
it
no.
was really bad. And then like right before it, I was just like in a good mood, and yeah, it was just that was just a train wreck of a run that I really couldn't do too much about. I mean, yeah, I could have not died a lot. Out in 6-6. That's really came.
Yeah, and 5-5 was another big one.
And 5-5.
Losing ball at the end of that stage.
Yeah, 5-5 was rough. Basically, if it was a level by the same number, I got IRL'd in it. I was hilarious. That's probably the greatest death I've died in a while. I thought that.
Wow,
I thought that
MMO getting through this room powerless. It's one of the most enemy spammy rooms in the game, so I'm a little surprised that he managed to do that.
Yeah, usually you want to grab tornado there.
Oh, but he has 1 health for this room right here. But he should take an intentional death at the beginning of this room.
6-4.
He should. Oh, takes a death to the Poppy Bro.
Got
Poppy
winged.
Bro. It's a Bronco Burt.
Yeah, you got.
Oh yeah, you're totally right. I did that twice this race because in 2-1 I was like double star the Poppy Bro using the Poppy Bros. Yeah, but I think the biggest death of them all was getting hit 3 times by Fan, and then taking a death to
Oh yeah,
Bugsy.
7-2. That was the worst 7-2 I've had in a very long time. Well, no, that was. Can't really say without ending my splits, and I'm just gonna keep them up here. But wait, I didn't not done. I'm using live split.
Oh. Rocks finishes with an official SRL race time of 48:44. Ming Lee.
Or that says 49:11 on my time.
Yeah, it's all right, but yeah, just for the record. But
Yeah, that's usually
Yeah.
live split. Usually live split does it for me.
Yeah, usually it does it for me too, but I guess you just gotta make sure.
MMO is almost on 7-5 now.
It looks like he's gonna have to use Crash because he doesn't have Spark. But usually this is fine as long as the King Wheelie gives a wheel right after this. So this will put him at just 1 hit left. Oh no, it's happening.
There it is.
Oh, but he gets a wheel at least somewhat quickly. You can go like a whole minute and he doesn't give you a wheel.
That's
And there's
happened
nothing you
before.
can do about it.
Yeah. Oh, MMO. Oh, Looked like he was about to survive that. It was like just a little.
The wind tunnel takes
First
another
again.
soul.
I
Dude,
almost
you
died
had
in
the
it.
best wind tunnel dodge I've ever seen in a long
Yeah,
time.
that was probably the highlight of the run. Ooh. Okay, well, good forward velocity there by MMO, but yeah, that I would say that 7.5 dodge was like wow.
The wind tunnel was interesting.
Yeah.
I my input got eaten. Oh, I'm talking about eating inputs. My input got eaten so many times this race. It was miserable.
It looked like it. Oh, also,
but
explain
almost
your
died.
5-1. I need an exclamation. I need an
Oh,
I need an
ball. Alright, so I tried to go
exclamation.
for ball mix.
Yeah, and you got it.
So it's like 0.2, and I got it. The mix itself is pretty easy because it's a mix. The movement afterwards, I screwed up the beginning part. I was like, okay, this is fine. I can back up a little bit, and then I'm gonna eating inputs. I could not get out of ball to save my life. I was spamming the B button like a madman. I just could not get out of ball. I was like, get out of ball, but I was like spamming it, and I was like, oh god, I'm in the fourth row where the penguin's right in front of me. Get out of ball for like.
Yeah, if
10
you're like
straight
touching the
seconds.
ground, then sometimes getting out of ball just doesn't work.
The game was trying to tell you. The game was trying to tell you you will stay in ball for as long as we tell you to.
Yeah, it was not.
Exactly.
The
And
mid- I think the highlight of the race for me was the midway through World 6, like 6-3 to 6-5.
Yeah, because you golded 6-4, right?
we gotta hear that
6-4.
lovely
Oh,
sound
hold on.
effect.
Go off. That's why. Let me turn this audio off now because people can hear my audio. Okay, that's fine. But yeah, I golded 6-4. That's BTT. I also golded Orb, which is insane.
Yeah, what else was there? There was so many highlights to this race that this was so funny. You spent like another like 30 seconds on 5-6 ball mix, which you didn't even end up getting again.
I
Yeah.
always do that though. My 6. I got IRL 3-6. So I looked over, and then all of a sudden I got hit by the penguin.
Oh, okay. That explains it. So MMO going through DD, he has 5 health, 4 now. Oh, and that spits his ball.
Yeah, you
But
got,
MMO still has the opportunity to steal a couple points from Rocks, due to the way the point system works. If he is less than 10 minutes behind, but that might not happen now that he doesn't have ball.
We'll see.
Rocks, how long does it take to beat Nightmare and Orb?
Typically, it takes around a minute and 39. That's the best time anyone's ever beaten both in the same time.
Okay, so it's not looking too good.
Me, I got.
Oh!
Now it
DD
doesn't.
was left with a pixel of health left, and he took a death because of
that's
it.
rough.
That's really
Oh my
unfortunate.
God. That's unfortunate. That's happened before to a lot of people, but
I've seen that before. It's really rough when that happens.
Getting a little.
This fight's... Oh, he spits out ball again. This fight is very tricky with ball if DD does not stay still.
But really, what happened at 7-2? Alright. That fan. So the bonkers sucked. I got hit twice in bonkers.
You got the Shasta thing with Fan where you were at the very peak of your jump. You didn't start balling quick enough.
Twice. That's how I lost that run. Do you remember that run?
Yeah, I remember that run. I was there.
That's exactly how I lost that run the first time.
Yep.
But if I didn't get the worst bonkers pattern of all time, I could have survived the Bugsy corpse. The worst RNG for that too, which is when he backs up and like has to charge, but he doesn't bonk.
MMO finally taking out DD here. Moving on to Found in the Dreams.
This looks like
where we're gonna start off with the Nightmare Orb. Orb, I've noticed Orb has given a lot of new runners some difficulty.
Yeah.
And I think that it's given some people real trouble. But he's already gone almost half of his health and hasn't taken a single hit. So it looks like he's kind of figured him out, because Orb generally does the same pattern every time. So you just have to practice it. That's how you always know what he's doing.
I mean, I
Orb
finally
charges
got a
in.
semi-decent orb today.
And orb is taken down.
Got a small chance at a PB if what I'm reading is correct. If its PB is 5612, then
I
maybe.
believe
Yeah,
it's it's actually a 52.
Oh, it's a 52 now. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I think it is a 56.
Oh, is it?
Still. PB.
Yeah, because
We got it
Nightmare
today.
only takes like 40 seconds or something.
I think you're thinking of someone else, but
I was just going off of speedrun.com. That
Yeah.
clocked it at a
That's accurate?
56.
it says today as well. So
Ooh, he
High
misses the
55.
first hit and takes a hit. That isn't good.
missing hits not.
You can only hit Nightmare when his tornado-like structure is exposed. Which sometimes you don't have a very large window for. But he does always do the same pattern every time. So that's fine.
There goes the 55.
However, MMO is almost a Nightmare. Misses another hit. He's gonna give him the very slow charge, and then he's gonna give him the attack where he waits. A lot. Now he's gotta wait for this hit. I did
Oh, he
see
get-
if...
He got hit.
Oh no, he takes a death!
No. Oh no.
Fortunate, so we have to do this again. Okay, got the.
But he gets the first hit, so it looks like he kinda knows what he did wrong. Jumps in a Nightmare there.
Yeah, I think he might have been quasi expecting something else, but that first
Yeah.
that first hit always gets me.
That first hit is one of the hardest ones in my opinion.
Yeah,
A lot of people say the fourth hit is one of the hardest. I think it's one of the easiest ones.
yeah, the first one is what's always thrown me. But
And this hit right here is also very difficult.
Ooh.
Just like as you can see there, because it's a very tight window.
okay, one more and that'll
Alright,
do.
just one left.
That will. Ooh, he just.
Oh no! It looks like he's just gonna have to wait for another attack right here.
So, if you haven't already, give these runners a follow. Good race
Follow
here
the
and there.
commentators as well, Sniper and Proa.
Alright, so it looks like we're just gonna... It looks like MMO's finishing with the 57-29. GG's to the runners, to both runners.
Gee.
Looked like both runners had kind of rough runs today. This game's really rough to use sometimes.
Yeah.
But make sure you follow the directory, follow the runners, follow the commentators.
And
Next
you guys-
on SpeedGaming, Rox, what's next on SpeedGaming?
Well, first, next up, if you want to see more Kirby Nightmare Dreamland 90% tournament action, we have 2 more races today at 9 o'clock and at 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. We have me versus Pro Hybrid, and then right after that, we have MK Cocoon versus Mayazumi. 2 great races. Next up,
Yeah,
on
right now
SpeedGaming,
coming up next on
we have
SpeedGaming
a Link to
1.
the Past randomizer overworld glitches.
All right,
We have
that's
Land versus
actually
Speedrun.
happening on SpeedGaming 3
no.
right now. On
That's on
SpeedGaming 1, we have a
SpeedGaming
Pac-Man World 2 race coming up.
We have the Pac-Man 2 2019 90% tournament between Frog65 Z-Win versus Nacho Burrito. Nacho actually being in the Nightmare in Dreamland 90% tournament.
All right, so
for the
thank you
Pac-Man
very
World race.
much, and I
See
think
you
that
guys
is it for
later.
us.
All right. Have a good day, everyone, and good luck to the Pac-Man World 2 runners.
And the finals, yeah. Good luck. Peace.
Have a great day.